There was, I don't know what you would call.
What do you mean? What do we see? Like,
What do you think happened?
it's I don't. They say it was, drug induced heart attack, but there was also like a girl who was at the house. There was a girl and a guy, but the girl was not there. Just her stuff was there, and we don't know.
And the guy kept changing his story.
And stories weren't really adding up, and
There's
so I wanted, like, did our dad end up doing the drugs, or did something else happen? The marks on his head.
Yeah, they're definitely
on his arm.
And his what?
There was something on his arm that was really weird that we didn't know.
He didn't look like himself at all.
Yeah. I mean, he was definitely not in his right mind. Sitting Bull said he was not in his right mind when he passed. And then when he did pass, it was like shock. Like, what the fuck? So he's really, and there was definitely something going on with the guy. Some sort of physical stuff going on with the man. Um, I don't trust anything that he says. Sitting Bull said he doesn't like him at all.
He's the one that we were talking to, and I think he's the one that called the cops and was talking to the cops.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe anything Sitting Bull says that comes out of his mouth, because he's going to twist everything.
Is there anything of any? I'm trying to think of like any of our dad's belongings because like we have some at my house, some at her house. I mean, does he kind of stick around where his stuff is at? It doesn't matter. There's been a few times where I feel like I've felt him like around me. I don't see anything, I don't hear anything, I just feel like it.
A presence.
And sometimes I feel like someone's like touching me. Does he say anything?
He definitely, Sitting Bull says, comes in and out. He'll come in and out. But your grandpa's around you a lot. And some of what you're feeling is his presence.
Just been more.
Just letting you know it's okay. He's just wanting you to know it's okay. There was nothing. Sitting Bull says there's nothing you guys could have done to stop this from happening.
Because we were gonna go see him, and we feel guilty that we didn't like try harder.
Right. He wants you to know there's nothing you could have done to stop this.
What about when you said that there was the guy and the girl that were like present around him? What is?
She was there.
She was there.
She was there. And then she left. But there were 3 people in the house.
Like, can you see them like doing drugs or? He had tried to quit.
Yeah, is there like anything that you can like why he started doing it again? Because I know he did stop, and then something made him just from going through like his phones and stuff.
Even if within the past few months he started really bad again.
Sitting Bull says when you are an addict or someone who's not balanced, it doesn't take a lot to throw you back into that old reality, because it's more of a reality than being well. And it's like almost every time he tried a lot. Sitting Bull said he tried a lot to get out off drugs and to be straight, and it never took. It never took. So I would say that there were just too many things going on in his past, in his field, that didn't allow. He did have some imbalance in his brain, and that he couldn't. It feels like he was hit. There was energy of being hit in the head.
Like
not just this lifetime, just
When he was
in his
younger.
yeah, but there was something going on where he had been hit when he was small or when he was a little older. So he has had injury, physical injury, um, and then the emotional stuff from being abused was
He
huge.
could just never get over that.
Was huge.
I wonder like about Dawn.
Did you say anything about well, he had an ex girlfriend, and we were trying to get a hold of her to get some answers from her.
That's what I thought. Figured when she said the girl and the guy.
Um, I don't think they had seen each other for a while, but they were together on and off for years. We were trying to get a hold of her, and we can't.
I don't see any connection at the death. That's not who was there.
He was upset, um, like that they broke up.
I'm not really seeing presence around him of a female. Where did she live?
But she lived with him for quite a while, and then a few months after she moved up, he died. Does he know who was like here, um, like when he passed away, like family members? Does he know like stuff like that, like right around when he died?
Like who was there for us?
Yeah,
Could
like,
he
does
see
he
that?
know who was there for us, like family members?
He'll have a sense. Anybody who dies has a sense of family. Whether it's specific, it depends on their state of mind and where they are. So the energy that I see around him was the knowing that there's a gathering and someone's there, but he was really in a deep state of turmoil when he died. Like, I don't know, maybe had done something that he went too far with and then couldn't get back. So that when that death process happened, it's huge. That's what Buddhists do their whole life. Their whole life is getting ready to die. To have your dad do that in a state that isn't in his right mind, and then to have the other things that were going on in his field was huge. And so his crossing over and staying in his death process, which is a movie house, where he did see snippets of everything from when he was in the womb until he died, is what he's doing right now, is going through that process of relooking at his life and what's going on. And you have to get to a state of unconditional love, of loving yourself unconditionally for your life. And
So
he's
then he may
having
never do that.
Yeah,
a hard
Sounds like it's all
time.
about him.
Sounds
Isn't
like
that
what?
funny? I said sounds like it's all about him. It's funny.
Seems like we can never do that.
Is there anything that we can like do to help him?
No. I mean, he knows you love him. He knows when he gets to certain, he can forgive himself because of you, because you love him, and because of what's moving forward. But it's all up to him as to how he moves forward.
Is he gonna try to connect with us more?
He's in such probably. I mean, if he locks my door.
So, what did that make you think of? The locked door. Think about his passing.
Yeah, I know. I just want I don't know. I like what I'm hearing. I just want like a little bit more like specifics, like
Yeah, you want
I don't
specifics to go, is this real or not
right,
real?
yeah.
So, and that, you're just going to have to believe what you believe. I mean, City
Yeah.
Hall's not going to say, you know, the shirt he had on was blue when he
Sure.
died. I mean, they just, there's
Sure.
not a need on their side to do that.
Sure.
But to know he is around you guys. And Sitting Bull wouldn't say that. His guides and angels, your guides and angels coming forward, wouldn't tell you anything we've said today if it didn't help you.
Mm-hmm.
If it didn't help you.
So there's no way to know then if, because sometimes when I feel like I felt like he's been in my house or it's very strong, and I've never felt that way, and it's hard to explain. Mostly when I'm by myself. I just want to know if that's him or not, or if it's just me feeling like it's him.
No, you're feeling him.
So you think that's
You're feeling him. You wouldn't be feeling that if he wasn't around you. You know, you can't make up a feeling that your dad never gave you when he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't.
What about other like bad habits? Does he have any of those in heaven or wherever he is right now?
You know, the only thing he's doing right now, sweetheart, is trying to figure out what he did wrong and to forgive himself.
Trying to figure out too, like how I can be more open and.
Does he forgive us for being angry with him?
You know, they don't even think about that when they look back in life. You know, they don't even think about that, sweetheart. Don't even worry about that. You know, just love him. You know, just love him unconditionally.
Is he here like when we talk to him or?
For sure. You know, he's not going to go anywhere for a while, in my opinion. In my opinion. And a lot of people will be gone within 30 days. They'll be gone within, some people within 10 days. They're totally gone.
Maybe it'll be
So
when
you
we're
can
maybe
still-
it'll be when we're ready.
So like with my grandpa, that's why he's farther away, or
He's further away because he doesn't like the energy that your dad is. So he's, not that he's mad at him, but he doesn't like him that much. But there's an agreement for him to help him. So he's gonna hold his field, but he's not gonna intrude until your dad says, okay, I'm ready for you to help
does our dad say anything about our mom?
Not a word.
That was quick.
Not a word. And that surprised me because I've been searching for her. Like I've been looking and thinking, oh, where is she? Why isn't she anywhere? And it's like, zip, no, nothing. So.
What about his brother? Anything about his brother?
I'm not seeing any energy around the brother. How long were your mom and he married?
Only like, I don't know, 13 years maybe? Not that long.
I would have said 10 when I looked at the field.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Could have been 10,
I was
84
3
to 94.
and you were 7 or
Maybe
9
it
years.
was 10 years, yeah.
yeah,
What about like his hobbies? Like, what is he doing now?
Yeah.
You know, the only thing he's doing now, sweetheart, is trying to figure out what he did wrong and how to correct that. He's in a process of healing, and he's in a process of trying to understand. As far as hobbies he had this lifetime, woodworking or whatever, that's gone. You know, he'll be doing something else, hopefully, when he moves forward or when he moves to his next sphere of wherever he is and whatever he's going to be doing. It's probably not going to be anything what it was this lifetime. Hopefully, when he gets through this process.
Does he see anything?
There's not very many people I see when they die that is in a state that he's in unless one, they committed suicide or they were killed.
So that's like, I guess that's kind of one of our.
So you think that it maybe wasn't his
Doing.
doing?
Right. I mean, that's totally what it looks like energetically when I see him, is that something went really wrong and he had no control over it. So that's either someone who committed suicide in that deranged state or someone who was hurt. In that case, it could be a while. You know, the years in the in between state where he is right now, time and the time on planet Earth are totally different. You know, like you could say it's been 6 months or whatever since he died. To him, where he is right now, could have been an hour and a half. You know, time is so different in those other altered states. But I feel like he's going to make it, that he is going to get through this process. One, because Noah's with him, and because Grandpa's in the background. If I didn't see your boy there, I would say he's going to be fucked up for a long time.
We just want him to finally be at peace.
There's a lot that he's going to be going through. But when I see Noah there and I see the beauty in his big eyes, then I'm like, you know, he's going to make it. You know, it's just going to take him some time, but he's going to make it. And then when your grandpa came forward, then I knew he's going to make it because he wouldn't be standing, you know, over his right shoulder if he wasn't going to help him.
What? So you see him on the right side?
The right side's the male side of your body, the doing side of your body, in male and female. And so that's where he is. Noah's on his left, on his heart side, feminine side.
When I felt like I feel like someone was tapping me on the shoulder.
The right side.
On the right side.
That's probably right. He probably doesn't want to mess with the emotional part of your body.
So yeah, I felt him like that.
You know, almost like you see him, but then you don't see him. That spark or that energy of something, and then look and it's gone.
Does he know like the decisions that we had to make after he passed? And I mean, that was on me and my sister. We had to make decisions very quickly. And
you know, I don't think he worried about that or worries about that. I think that's more your stuff and what you had to deal with and your completion with him. Did you cremate?
Yeah.
Because I think that's the best thing you could have done, is to cremate him.
Why?
You know, that he doesn't like to be in a box.
Nope.
He didn't want to be in the ground. He didn't want to be tied.
He always.
He didn't want it. You know, so there was that part of him that was like, don't do that. You know, he really had a hard time with that. So that's the best thing you could have done.
We don't know what to do with his ashes, though. Is he saying anything where he'd like to be? I know that's a different part.
Or like what he wants to do with his objects.
You know, I wouldn't worry about, I would just let him go. You know, he's not saying what he wants to do. I see water. So maybe if you wanted to put his ashes in water somewhere, that would be great. But as far as the objects and stuff, there's no attachment. He has no attachment to any of that. Even his ashes, Sitting Bull said he has no attachment to. You know, he's not there. So there's no attachment to that. So it's just what you guys want to do. You know, it's hard when our elders pass, and there's so much that we want to say or we want to do, or
He's still frustrating me.
Yeah.
but there's a side of him that is, Sitting Bull said, is a sadness because he didn't have anything to leave you.
Just you're seeing that. And
But there's not a connection to what was left. Where is this man that was in his house now? Just gone?
you're showing the man. The man is the one who actually talked to us and the police. The one that was in his house, you said. What are you just
Does he
seeing more
keep
stuff
showing
with the
him?
man? It just keeps showing.
Yeah, he keeps coming around. He's bringing his energy around. So there's something going on with that man.
We have his name, and he did talk with the police.
And what did he say?
He said he called the police because he found our dad face down.
Said they found him with a blanket.
But he was wrapped up in a blanket, which was really weird.
Our
'cause
dad never used
It was in the
blankets.
summer, and I don't know why he'd be on the ground with a blanket. Because they said he died of the drugs, but there was just weird stuff in the house, and nothing was adding up.
Yeah, it's totally not. He's not telling truth, Sidney says.
So he wants us to know that we were right.
You were right.
But there's nothing. We can't really do anything.
It doesn't matter. At least we know.
Yeah.
But what would he have done? He would have gave him more drugs, or
Well, it feels like he was going to do something with the body, and then he didn't. And then he freaked out.
he was going to do something with the body, but he didn't. So no one took anything from the house that we saw.
I don't see it.
It was did he know the guy? Did he say? Is he showing any if he knew the person or not?
I'm sure he did know him. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't feel like there's a break in the field. And what he's saying, he's giving to City, your guide's giving it to Sitting Bull and giving it to me. But Sitting Bull says he sees it. Yeah, he did know him, and it was something that went bad and it went wrong. And then the guy tried to move him.
After he died?
Yeah.
He tried to move him?
And get rid of him.
Because remember, there was that text in his phone that Dad was saying to somebody that you need to make it right with me.
That was about the girl, though. Why would he want to move his body?
He didn't want to get in trouble.
Because he didn't want to get in trouble and he freaked out, didn't know what to do.
I wonder how like the abrasion to his head ties in with like the overdose thing. Or could that have been just because it was in his system? They said that it was an overdose.
I would say it was an overdose.
But was it our dad who was doing the drugs, or did someone give him too much, or?
It feels like it was the other man, and it feels like the woman was present too. I don't know.
What were they doing?
The drugs.
Drugs.
She was present. She left when my phone's gonna die.